I'm Stefan, Delta Lima 6 Romeo Delta Romeo. I'd like to welcome you to my very first YouTube video. Well, about 4 weeks ago, I accidentally destroyed my MFJ manual antenna tuner. And I ended up, after some research on the internet, in ordering the stockcorner.nl JC-4s semi-automatic antenna tuner. Well, in the meantime, it has arrived, and the very first things that I'd like to show you is what's inside the package. Well, the very first thing is, of course, the tuner itself. It's extremely sturdy. It's a real IP65 enclosure, plastic enclosure, and well, I've seen reviews by the ARRL on MFJ antenna tuners. They say they're sturdy. Gentlemen, if you're watching now, this is sturdy. Alright, we've got two outputs, A and B, which is really interesting. Most antenna tuners just come with one output. This enables the antenna tuner to be either used for antennas with parallel feed line and also single wire antennas. On the other side, we have a UHF socket for the RF signal, 4 pins for the controller, and ground. Well, the next thing that occurs to us when opening the package is this small sheet of paper. It says, remove the 4 screws on the corners and remove the inside packaging before use. This means we have to open it. This is something I'm really reluctant to do usually, because every time we open a sealed box, the seal is getting worn. But this time, it's obviously unavoidable. So let's do that and have a look inside. All right. Okay. We've got some plastic just for the vibrations during transport. And this is the inside of it. This is the inductance board. It looks extremely proper. Things that we see are, for example, we have some jumpers inside that we probably need to configure for certain purposes. And we have at least a bit of static safety down here. It's not really a lightning protection, and they also say it isn't. So we've got to take care. All right. And beneath it, obviously, is the capacitor board, but we don't go down there. All right. That's it for the moment. Let's put it aside. What else do we have in the box? We have this small controller. It's for usage with every radio. You can use it with everyone, and for one brand it's a must-have, which is JC. Almost all other brands can control the JC-4s over the radio, so it's possible to attach it as if it was, for example, an icon antenna tuner to the ICOM IC7300 that I run. They even recommend, stockcorner.nl even recommends to do the very first tunings with this one, not with the radio, to learn how the tuner works. And here's the very first thing that I don't like. We have a switch here, which's got 3 positions, A, middle, and B, but it's nowhere mentioned where A and B are. So the only thing we can do is measure it finally. Alright, I never believe in something like that anyway. I measure them anyway. We have a small piece of cable with a 4-pin connector, a second 4-pin connector, because usually the antenna tuner is not located directly to the radio or to the operator, and a set of screws. The set of screws is necessary to mount it, for example, somewhere in the attic or outside. This is something special due to the fact that I'm a user of the IC7300. I've got me also a connector for the stockcorner.nl JC-4s antenna tuner to connect it directly to the IC7300. Alright, and that's it. You might say, where is the manual? There is no manual. Yes, and it's not a bug, it's a feature. Casper PA7DX, who is the manufacturer of this antenna tuner, updates the manual so regularly, it's better you always go online and download it and print it out. I've got me the brand new version 9.2, which tells you what to do, how to place the jumpers, and how to configure which antenna. It's a really good one. It's about 20 pages, and it's available in German, in English, and of course in Dutch. Alright, so that's it for the moment. The next thing that we're going to look at is the jumper configuration. By default, it's configured that the unused antenna is switched to ground, as well as if there is no voltage applied to the tuner, it is both of them that are switched to ground to protect the tuner and the transceiver. The next jumper is the antenna switch in middle position, as by default. It says the antenna selection is done by the controller box. One very important thing to know is if you want to use the antenna tuner together with, for example, an ICOM IC7300 and attach it directly to the tuner, and you'd like to remain using the antenna switch, you have to add a switch to the cable, otherwise it's not working. As I only want to use the A output and not both of them, I'm going to jumper it to the right side, to the left side, sorry, to A. Hang on a second. Okay. Huh? No, it's not. Is it? Yeah, it's. All right. So in this position, I'm going to use output A, output B is grounded, which makes sense. I'm going to use it with an antenna which is fed by parallel wire, but it's definitely everything but symmetric. It's an absolutely unsymmetric antenna, and the B input, which is attached to the lower part of the antenna, is going to ground. The only jumper that I'm not touching definitely is the memories jumper, which is right above the antenna switch jumper. The memories jumper enables you to switch off the memories. And this is something that you don't want to do. I'll get back to that feature later on.